The story begins in a place where there is nothing but the silence of death. A mechanized room, the strange humming of machines, and on a bed, a pair of unfamiliar eyes slowly opening. This is Ryland Grace. When he regains consciousness, his body is covered with countless tubes, and his mind is completely blank. He cannot even remember his own name, who he is, or how he ended up in this strange place. He tries to get up, but his body does not support him. As soon as he looks around, chills run down his spine. In that cold, automated room, there were two other beds besides his, but no living human on them.
There were only two decaying corpses, his fellow crew members, who had died long ago during this journey. He was completely alone in an unknown corner of the universe, aboard an advanced spaceship called the Hail Mary, where only robotic systems were taking care of him. As the days pass, the fog over Grace's mind slowly begins to clear. He starts getting broken flashes of memories. He remembers that he was not a permanent astronaut, but once an ordinary science teacher who used to teach children in school. But then a truth emerges that had shaken the entire world. He remembers that Earth was heading toward a terrifying destruction. Our life giver, our sun, was slowly losing its energy. Its brightness was fading, and the entire planet was moving toward a global ice age, a frozen era where everything would eventually freeze and die. And behind this great destruction was not a natural disaster, but a microorganism spread through space called astrophage, which was feeding on the sun's nuclear energy and spreading rapidly across the solar system. Grace remembers that because of his science background and his research on the biological nature of astrophage, he had been included in this highly secret international mission, Project Hail Mary. Scientists from all over the world had built this spaceship as a last hope to travel to a distant star called Tau Ceti. Tau Ceti was the only star in the universe that seemed completely unaffected by the astrophage infection. Everyone believed that some secret was hidden there that could destroy this deadly organism. Grace himself was never willing to come on this suicide mission, but at the last moment, the main crew members died in a tragic accident, and fate dragged him into this hell of loneliness. In the present, as the Hail Mary ship increases its speed and gets closer to Tau Ceti, something appears on the ship's radar and screens that leaves Grace stunned. In this distant and deserted space, where human arrival was considered impossible, there was another spaceship, but it was not a human ship. Its structure, its metal, and its technology were completely from an alien civilization. Grace's heart starts beating faster with fear and curiosity. Was he not alone in this endless universe? When he tries to make contact with the unknown alien ship, he discovers that a great tragedy had happened there as well, and only one creature had survived. Two beings from completely different worlds, total strangers to each other, were now face to face in this silent corner of space. When Grace sees the alien for the first time, he is shocked. It looked nothing like a human, but instead was a unique creature with rock-like tough skin, whom Grace later names Rocky. Rocky's homeworld, Arid, 40 Eridani, was facing the same disaster as Earth. Their sun too was dying after being attacked by astrophage. At first, communication between them was almost impossible because Rocky could not speak like humans. His voice sounded like musical tones and vibrations, but using his scientific intelligence, Grace slowly creates a translation code. Their conversations begin, and they realize that they have very little time left to lose. If they cannot find a solution to astrophage together, both Earth and Arid will be wiped out from history forever. The two friends start studying the atmosphere around Tau Ceti, and after weeks of hard work, they achieve a major breakthrough. They discover that near Tau Ceti, there exists a natural predator organism that feeds on astrophage and can destroy it completely. But just as they celebrate after collecting samples of this predator, a terrible system failure occurs in Rocky's ship, and a massive explosion echoes through space. Rocky's ship starts turning into debris, and Rocky gets trapped inside. Will Grace risk his own life to save him?